What's good, Team J3? Your boys are back in the building for the first time in so long.
Real.
What's good? Ronjo Genji back in the building.
Man. What's up, y'all? What's
How
up,
you doing?
everybody? I'm chilling, man. Working. Been chilling.
Life is changing, right?
New job. Good to be back, man. I feel like I'm a guest on J3 and say it's been a minute,
You
y'all.
feel me? You are.
But it's been tight. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, if y'all don't know,
formation
man,
back things, you know.
me and Ronan go way back.
Yeah.
The movie hoppers on stuff like that.
sure.
So your boy came through
We started it right here.
right here. It's different.
History,
Everything's-
man.
Shit everywhere.
Still here, still doing this. It's tight, man. Tight to be
Always.
back, man.
I'm happy to be back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I couldn't do these videos by myself. I gotta do it with Ronjo Genji.
For
Because
sure,
me and Ronjo
man.
Genji, we have this connection with these type of movies.
You ain't lying.
We got Charles Bronson's Death Wish remake with Bruce Willis himself.
How you do that? And this is not a tricky genre, but it's something that we can all relate to. Revenge factor, bro. I love revenge stories.
I like
That's
it too.
my thing. And it's more interesting when it's not just an action hero, it's just an everyday man who's had enough and has been fed up and
You
been
feel
pushed to
me?
the limit.
And just like, F this, let's just wreck
The
some shit.
twist with this is like they took that and then just it kind of feels like they're making it a typical action movie, but I like Bruce Willis. There's two ways this can go. They can make Bruce Willis like credibility again and make him badass again, because before this, like where he is now,
Yeah.
he's been doing a lot of like straight to video movies. He ain't been the fire Bruce Willis from the 90s and
True,
80s.
true that, true.
Early 2000s. So
But that's kind of how Charles Bronson was when he did Death Wish.
for sure.
He
But
kind
I
of was
will
like at
say
the
though-
end of that.
I will say though, the original movie is still timeless. The sequels are kind of dated and it got more cartoon and cheesy as the sequels went on, but they were so over the top and awesome. I hope they give us a balance of that drama and that surrealness, and then a little bit of like dark humor here and there.
Gotcha.
Because Bronson had that humor, but he was more reluctant and subtle about it. He let you know. Bruce Willis can be that because John McClane. He's built on one-liners. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see what this shit's about, bro.
Let's see what's up.
Here we go, y'all. Trailer 1 of Death Wish.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. We gotta talk about what's happening in Chicago.
Sway.
Everybody's watching this viral video. This guy in the hoodie, they're calling the Grim Reaper. He stopped a carjacking.
Is he right for taking the law into his own hands?
He's become a folk hero.
What about the shooter?
Look like a white dude.
I love my family. But when they needed me most,
911, what is your emergency?
These men are breaking into my house. I think they're here. No.
I failed to protect them.
Daddy's where's mom?
The men who did it are out there. So there's nothing that you can do? Is that what you're saying?
If a man really wants to protect what's his,
I want to buy a gun.
he has to do it for himself.
Eli Roth.
We're closed, pal.
Oh.
Who else was there? I don't
Right.
know anything else.
I believe you, Joe.
You're not gonna kill me.
No. Jack is.
Whoa.
You got caught in some crossfire?
The ice cream man done it.
The ice cream man.
Can't walk to school if you don't work for him.
Who are you? Your last customer.
Fuck. Dang.
You're not a cop. Somebody has to do it.
You're cocked, locked, and ready to work.
I'll see.
They called him a guardian angel. He saved my life. You look much better getting out socializing.
Not so much.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Okay. I will.
Oh, well, okay. The humor I was talking about,
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
humor.
yeah,
Okay.
The,
They hit
the
it.
one-liners.
Yeah, yeah. This is because he's a prodigy of that era, so I
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
that.
All right. So, Team J3,
Yeah.
your boys are back in the building.
For sure.
I got some pros, I got some cons on this.
Same here. I'm gonna let you go, bro. I gotta hear this.
All right.
Yeah.
This the pros. It's Bruce Willis. We seeing Bruce Willis go to what he, like you said, this is what he's used to. Shooting
Yeah.
guns, bang, bang, one-liners, he, boom, boom.
Make him respect again. Put some respect on Willis's name again.
feel me?
Yeah.
However, the con is, this don't feel like Death Wish.
Okay.
It don't feel
We
like
on the
Death
same
Wish.
page.
This feels more like what Punisher 2 should have been.
Yeah.
Or let's just say in general, the Punisher franchise.
If John McClane retired,
Exactly.
a one-off story.
This what it feels like, y'all. Team Jake. It feels like we're gonna get this vigilante with a gun around town. The motives is so cliche.
It's a Bruce Willis action vehicle.
Exactly.
See, this goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. With Bronson, we didn't know what was going to happen. We just knew.
We couldn't read him.
Right.
I can read him.
Is he going to take the law into his own hands? Is he going to go to the authorities? Nah, I'm going to do it myself.
Exactly.
I'm a family man. Bruce Willis, you expect that.
Yeah.
Because he's an action vehicle. He's the action prodigy. So I will say my pros is that it's Bruce Willis doing what he's doing. But for me, it was from a production perspective. Like, I'm looking at the team behind this. So at the end of the credits, it say Eli Roth. Eli Roth is good at taking like torturous, disturbing situations and kind of making them fun and exciting. If he can bring those elements that he brings to thriller movies to Death Wish, I think we have something good. Then I looked at the writer of this. I saw Joe Carnahan, and this is the guy that gave us Narc, The Grey, Smoking Aces. So he's good with these kind of old school kind of caliber stories. So I think he'll bring his skills with Eli Roth's directing though, because Eli Roth comes from like a thriller, torture porn, like horror background,
and that's where he's going with.
So I think
he's Jack is killing you.
Yeah, so he's gonna bring that disturbing but dark humor. Like I said, he's gonna mesh it too. Carnahan's gonna bring that gritty factor.
Gotcha.
They both are lovers of the old school. It's just the Bruce Willis part I'm not buying. I'm glad he's in it, but it doesn't really feel like Death Wish. And then on top of that, the first half of the trailer felt like Death Wish. The second half felt like a by the numbers action movie, and then the AC/DC music kind of killed it. It should have had like a revenge score. It should have scored.
You know what? See, people get on my head for this kind of
Shout out to AC/DC. They tight, but not for a movie like this.
It sound like me with Justice League.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
some things
we want to be in it. We want to be invested.
Death Wish should have had, like you said, a score. It should have been more darker. We know what Bruce Willis is bringing to the table. We understand that humor, the eyes shut.
Yeah.
With Charles Bronson, it was grown man.
It was more drama.
Like Charles Bronson was like, he could kill you, torture you, lecture you, whoop you, beat you up. This feels like we're not gonna get no hand-to-hand combat. We're gonna get only shoot you up, bang bang,
and maybe some chase scenes, maybe
interesting murders. But you guys gotta realize
there's money in this. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But that's what made Death Wish good. Yeah. The less money, but
more independent. It was more mystery and suspense if you think about it, because it's like, man, we didn't know, like you said, we couldn't read him. We didn't know what he was gonna do, but when he did it, you're like, oh snap, he's actually capable of this.
And I don't know about you. I'm not ragging on this shit. Yeah. I think it's gonna be interesting to see.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
I gotta see it.
It's a must watch.
I'm here for different reasons, for Eli Roth, for Carnahan, and for Bruce Willis. So I mean, for that alone, I gotta see it. And I love a good revenge story. Revenge is my kind of thing.
It feels a lot like the last Die Hard.
Yeah.
I think the Death Wish title is what really neutralized me for me. If it was called something else, we'd be like, okay, Bruce Willis not.
Yeah. Or a different actor. You know who would have been tight in this role if they were doing this and they were going to use that title? Frank Grillo would have been tight. I think he'd have been a little bit different caliber, because see, he would have been more of an acting value.
Serious.
Yeah, more dramatic.
Yeah,
less one-liners, but he could throw it in there. See, he's able to balance back and forth.
And that's one thing about Charles Bronson. He ain't talk.
Right. He was just about the action.
He gonna be talking.
He gonna be talking. So he has to sell it.
It's like Kane in WWE. When he started talking, the Canaanites killed everything.
He has to live up to the predecessor. So the only way they can do it is they have to go a different route. But what's funny about this is they kind of...
And it's in a big city, dude.
They did a remake of Death Wish like a while back. It came out in like 2007. It wasn't Death Wish, but it was Death Wish. Shout out to the dude that's doing Aquaman. James Wan did a movie with Kevin Bacon back in 2007. It was called Death Sentence. You remember that? That was a Death Wish remake.
Maybe.
That was a dope movie.
Kevin Bacon.
He lost his family and everything, yada yada. He had 2 sons that got killed, and they came after his wife. He thought that they were safe, and they came back because he retaliated. And the kid that was after his family was trying to get put on.
Yeah.
So he had to go out and make a kill.
This also feel like
that was a remake.
What's the movie with Clint Eastwood?
Dirty Harry.
No, the newest one when he was old.
Gran Torino.
Felt like that a little bit too, with the gangsters and stuff. See, this is one thing about Death Wish too. Death Wish was like small city, small town.
Yeah, the setting was
this
classic too.
It's a city, bro. Like
it's modern day and you can feel it. Yeah. And that goes back into the stereotypical play by the numbers, by the book. So it's like, all right, been there, done that. It's gonna be fun to watch, but that's big shoes when you put Death Wish on that title, man.
It's that title. I'm expecting small town guy gets into some kind of like John Wick was. I was like low key, even though it was in the city, he was small town. He wasn't really all involved in too much of the city.
And then you got people that have never seen the original that are coming in off this new one, expecting this. So if they like it, maybe they'll go back and watch the new one. But the thing was, it was kind of a genre in this time. It's very funny because the Revenge kind of started in like in the late 70s and blew up in like the 80s and 90s though. But what was cool about it was that they weren't really action films. They became action.
Yeah, they were more of thriller, western.
Yeah, modern day.
Yeah, modern day. Just
small town, like you said.
Just do a nice little like Rambo.
Yeah, they focused more on the drama and the intensity. But it was a genre within itself because you never really knew where they were going to go. They were independent. They were low budget, and they actually gave depth to the bad guys too. So when you think about what they have to do with this, it has to be an action vehicle because you don't hire a guy like Bruce Willis and have him talk all the time. You have him do what he does best, kill. So I mean, it could go one or two ways though, but I think it looks cool. It's just like that first half of the trailer was very different from that second and third.
The first part of this title, Death Wish, was really putting it on.
Yeah, the way they set it up was tight, where they were showing him in peril, the mom and the daughter. Okay.
But then even like it's just certain things you see. The Death Wish, man. I'm expecting. Bruce Willis is a great actor. Maybe it's just a trailer.
I like the people I saw in here though. Some other they had some callbacks to the past. The lady playing his wife from Karate Kid, Elizabeth Shue. She's from the 80s.
Yeah, I noticed her. I was trying to put my finger on where I knew her from.
Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil and all that. They had Kingpin up here. The FBI agent from Breaking Bad, Dean Norris, he's in here. So they got a little
PD over here. Yeah, running with them names, legit.
Yeah, bruh. So
I'm telling you,
it could be cool though. But if you want to see like the Death Wish remake before the Death Wish that we're gonna watch Death Sentence, James Wan did his thing, man.
James Wan's a shit. Recommend you guys watch the original Death Wish before you watch this one.
Oh yeah.
If you guys seen the original Death Wish and you just now watched our reaction, which I liked the trailer. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool.
But it's the pros and cons to it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Let your boys know it was good. It was cool. It's just that Death Wish title really it means something to me.
Yeah.
I used to watch this with my dad. You know what I mean? We sit down and watch these old school movies.
Father and son kind of movie. And I know there's some females out there that's on this tip too. So I know y'all like action.
It's a child and father situation.
Yeah.
Boy or girl, it don't matter. This is some stuff you back Charles Bronson. You watch that with your dad and stuff. You give him a beer.
That's what it was.
40 ounce and it's probably a cigarette or cigar or whatever.
Good old fashioned modern day western.
Mom in there cooking, y'all watching this shit.
Gang.
You know what I'm saying? So it means something to see a Death Wish, and I think Bruce Willis understands that too. Yeah. He's one of those actors that still believes in the old school ways of how movies were made because he understands he was the actor during that time.
Yeah.
And he knows that Death Wish may mean something to some people. Just the setting just feels a little off. It's in a big city, not a small town. It doesn't feel, like the small town vibe was always like that who do you trust? Kind of like Leatherface.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, who the freak you trust around here? Are these actors? You know what's going on? Old lady in the chair, she might have a Uzi in the back. You know
I miss those questions, like when you watch those kind of movies, because it's like, are these actors, are these people really crazy? Can crazy people really act? Did they just find somebody off the street and say action?
Yeah.
What the heck?
This is just gangsters in the city that did some dumb.
Authentic, man. Like, because you got the realest, baddest of criminals, man. Like, but then they turn their life around. And they become consultants for movies like this, man. You can have like the hardest dudes like, hey man, we're gonna get our hands gritty and dirty. I'm gonna show you how it's done. I don't do that in life anymore. But you wanna make it real and authentic.
I don't do that life no more.
I'll tell you how to do it and choreograph it. Like, so it's cool, man. But go back and watch the Death Wish all the way from like 1 to 5. The sequels are over the top and cheesy, but they're tight. Because they're full-on vigilante movies. Like, the sequel's a straight action film. The first one is a revenge drama.
The first one's always the best one.
The 1974 original is the one to go to. And then we got a young Jeff Goldblum in that one, too. He was one of the gangsters in there. It was tight, man.
The Fly is a gangster, y'all.
And then you can find the 40th anniversary on Blu-ray. Screen Factory or Shout Factory put it out, man. So you can get them on Blu-ray. They're cheap now. They got them in like a bundle pack, $10.99.
Yeah.
First 5 films.
Oh hell yeah! I think they had them at Amoeba. I seen them at Amoeba. But that's
man.
your boys. I am J3, aka the Batman, and this is my partner in crime right here.
On the Joe Genji, Mr. Terrific.
There you go, man. I'm gonna say you better let them know what's up.
Yeah.
We are 2 parts of the Just Us League.
That's
Hope
right.
you guys enjoyed the reaction. Shout out to my Patreon family, and shout out to Team J3 for subscribing to J3 Entertainment. We keep this shit real. You want to go ahead and promote your channel?
Oh, follow and subscribe at Ronin Joe Chronicles. I'm on YouTube. I do game streams and movie commentary. I'm also on Twitter at Ronin Joe Genji 85.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, Ronin Joe Genji. Facebook, Ronin Warrior Joe. That's where you can find me. And I'm on Twitter all the time. So if you want movie talk and conversation, hit me up.
He ain't lying.
Man.
Like this video.
Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up. And subscribe to J3 Entertainment and Ronin Joe Chronicles.
Death Sentence. James Wan.
Yeah.
Watch that one too. That's the Death Wish remake.
Kevin Bacon in that.
Yeah.
J3 out.